My soul is racing ahead of me, but my body is too slow. Good morning. Welcome to Lost for Words, where we explore great women poets. I'm Sarah Woods, and today we are exploring, this is our last week, exploring the amazing poet, Miss Kamand Kojouri. Her book of poetry, God, Does Humanity Exist? We dove into this book of poetry, exploring cries of common pain, calls to action, songs of hope. And this week, this section of poetry is called Echoes of Hope, which I really love. I really love the way she has split up the naming of these sections. Like, I find them very beautiful. And this week, we're going to be exploring a poem. It's called Find Me Here, and it's on page 47. And I love this poem a lot. I feel like it's one of those poems that like sort of fills you with a sense of like, oh, there's hope. Maybe there is love. And then at the end, for me, it sort of threw something out there that made me like have to wrestle with the poem a little bit, which I feel like can make a good poem, because it gives you something to like chew on and think about. All while at the same time it gave me something that was like very it just like felt good. It feels, her words feel good to your soul at the same time. So let's just go ahead and jump in, and then we can talk about it. Here we go, page 47, Find Me Here. Find me here, said love. I will wait for you, below and above. I will wait for you in the dark, in the light. I will wait for you in the day, in the night. I have waited millions of years and haven't grown weary once. All of eternity I will wait, though there's nowhere I haven't been once. I have been in hearts and in groins, in the hole and in the chasm. I've been in birth and death, in the cries and the orgasm. If you close your eyes, I am there, in your nakedness, in your truth. If you ask for me, I will come in your age, in your youth. Because I love you, lover, and wish to be loved. Find me here, said love. I wish to be loved. Okay, so here we have this poem about love. And this poem is actually, it feels like in this poem, the voice that is speaking to us is what it feels like is love. And so we have this statement, this almost like a command in the beginning. It's like, find me here, said love, that makes you sort of stop and be like, where's here? Like, where's here, love? Where are you? And it says, find me here, said love. I will wait for you below and above. So love is speaking to this you, which I feel like maybe is meant to be the reader, the person who's encountering this poem. Find me here, said love. I will wait for you below and above. I will wait for you in the dark and the light. I will wait for you in the day, in the night. So it's starting to feel like love is saying, find me here, said love. And it's starting to feel like it could be anywhere. It could be below, like in the depths of the sea, in the heights of the sky. It could be in the darkest cave, in the brightest field of flowers, in the dark, in the light. I will wait for you in the day and in the night. It doesn't matter what time of day it is or what time of night it is, love is waiting. And then it says, I have waited millions of years and haven't grown weary once. So it starts to feel like love is waiting for us, or for you, or for me. And love will wait anywhere, below, above, dark, light. And then to me, this starts to feel like a very ideal version of love, because it says, I have waited millions of years and haven't grown weary once. So for me, that starts to feel, there's something about that doesn't feel very human to me. Because I guess I know, just being a human, like there's so many times like that, how easy it is to be worn out, to be tired, and to even be tired like in your relationships, to be worn thin with giving, to be worn thin with just pouring yourself out for someone. It says, I have waited millions of years and haven't grown weary once. I really like that idea of feeling like love has all the stamina in the world and can wait as long as it needs to for me to get there. I really like the idea of love not growing weary. It says, all of eternity I will wait. There's nowhere I haven't been once. So love is willing to wait eternity for you or for me or for us. And it says, there's nowhere I haven't been once. So you start to give this feeling that love is everywhere. Love doesn't grow weary. It waits for all of us. It's in the darkest place. It's in the lightest place. It's in the deepest place and in the highest place. I've been in hearts and groins. I like this because I feel like where love has gone so far has taken you like sort of outside of your body, like the depths of the ocean, the heights of the sky, like very spacious, and then dark to light, big open spaces to like dark closed in spaces, and then suddenly here we are. It says, I have been in hearts and groins. So imagining love like not just something that's waiting outside of us, that it's been in people's hearts and it's been in our groins. Like you can feel it suddenly, not just this outside thing, it's like inside your body. And in the hole and in the chasm, I've been in birth and death, in the cries and the orgasm. So in the moments of like newness and the moments of ecstasy, love is there. In the moments of death, in the moments of sorrow, like pain and crying, love is there. If you close your eyes, I am there in your nakedness, in your truth. I like this. Like it makes you, I feel like the poem makes you sort of close your eyes. If you close your eyes, I am there in your nakedness and your truth. So it's like, if you can close your eyes and everything that you really are, what's really happening inside of you, the things you really think, the things you, the freckles you really have, the birthmarks you really have, I don't know, like, makes me think of like if you're missing an arm or you're missing a leg, or if your hair's gray or if it's brown or blonde, like in your nakedness, in your truth, like the reality of where you really are and who you really are and what you really think and feel, love says it is there. It says, if you ask for me, I will come, in your age, in your youth. So to me, this is like very ideal. Like it makes me think of like a child, like crying, like a baby when it cries for its mother, like a baby that has an attentive, a good mother, that's like, that runs to the baby to be like, are you okay? And to check on the baby to make sure the baby's all right. If you ask for me, I will come in your age and in your youth. To me, that feels like the opposite of rejection. If you ask for love, it doesn't reject you. It comes in your age. Doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, it can come. And then it says, so, okay, through this whole part of the poem, we start to feel like, it says, find me here, said love. And this here slowly became everywhere, anytime. And it's like, oh, love is available anywhere, anytime, which I really like. And then it says, because I love you, lover, and wish to be loved, find me here, said love. I wish to be loved. I think this part of the poem actually like sort of tripped me up a little bit. I was like, what? I was like, love is, this whole poem is telling us it's there, anywhere, everywhere, anytime. And it says, find me. But then at the end it says, because I love you, lover, and wish to be loved, find me here, said love. I wish to be loved. To me, that is a fascinating ending, because as I'm thinking of and imagining love, I'm imagining this like spirit, this being, this presence that is completely whole, is completely radiant, is completely full. Like, if love is love, then it feels to me like love wouldn't need anything, that love would be completely satisfied all in its own stuff, you know what I mean? But it says, because I love you, lover, and wish to be loved, find me here, said love. I wish to be loved. I like that idea. It kind of, for me, makes love feel like a tiny bit more human and than the rest of the poem. It suddenly makes love feel like, okay, I'm waiting for you. I love you. You can find me anytime. I'm here for you. I'm in the sky, in the depths. I'm in, the cries and the orgasms and the groins and in the hearts, and I'm everywhere, and I'm inside people. But I wait here. I wait here. Find me here, said love. I wish to be loved. To me, that's a fascinating thing, imagining love wanting to be loved back, or in return. That I feel like that paints a picture of love that makes me think of like a circle, that it's almost like the thing that makes love complete is like love coming out of one place into another place, and then coming from that place into that other place. Like, I can just imagine this like circular thing happening, that makes love even more satisfying, when this like circular thing is going. I don't know. But what do you think about this? Like, what does it make you think of to hear all this about love and then hear love say, find me here, I wish to be loved? It makes you feel like, oh, love has all this to give me, and love needs me. Is what I think. I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. I really, really love this poem, Kamand. I feel like it's a very like hopeful poem, and it makes me think of like, it's funny, like this poem, I feel like it takes a lot of hope to actually believe this poem, because I feel like in the world, in our world, in your life, I know people live all very different kinds of lives, but if you ever find yourself like in a darker place that feels sort of like despair and you feel hopeless, you know, like that weight of feeling like that really dark place of feeling like you're going under, sort of. I feel like this poem feels, it disappears from your mind. Like this poem, when you're in despair and you're in the darkest place, I don't know. I feel like having words like this in a poem are very important and something to cling to, sort of. Like the possibility of like, it's like this poem to me feels like sometimes if you're in that darker place, you stop being able to see love or hear love or feel or have any hope for love. So I feel like this little poem is like, it feels like a kind of like a little like spark of like something to cling to, which I feel like sometimes is huge in those seasons. But yeah, this poem for me, I feel like it's a very valuable and beautiful poem. And I feel like it kind of reminds me of like Rumi or Khalil Gibran. I don't know, I really love it. And it also even reminds me of like in Christianity, like there are verses that have talked about like God being love, like God is love. And then I feel like there was like some of the like the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, and to love your neighbor as yourself. But to me, I guess that's fascinating thought because it makes me think, oh, like in those verses, I'm like, if God is love, why would the greatest commandment be to love God? Like if he already is love and has love. But it kind of reminds me of this feeling of like that circular relationship that is like more satisfying when love is doing its thing and then it's receiving it back in return, like when there's like, yeah, anyway. So Kamand Kojouri, I have really enjoyed exploring your poetry. I feel like your poetry made me, it was very, for some of it was very confrontational for me. And I feel like it has something to do with your use of pronouns, like the way you switch between I and we and you and they. And it was like constantly keeping me on my toes throughout exploring this book. And making me have to like think like, okay, she's putting this out there, not just for her, but for me or for us. And I have to decide, like, am I coming along with her with this thought? Do I agree with this? Or what do I think differently? And then at the same time, really making me like dig and explore things in a richer way. And then also, like, I feel like it just opened my eyes to the different kinds of writing and ways to say things, which is really cool to me. Like even having a command in poetry, like this one poem, come friends, come with your grief, come with your loss. Like this whole idea of like, you know, there's some poetry that it's full of I feel this, or, kind of feeling. And then here you have this poem that's like, telling someone what to do. Like, and it's like, but it's like a loving command. Like, I don't know. It's fascinating to me. And just how the way you phrase things in your poetry, I feel like it has the potential to sort of, your style of writing has the potential for like sort of like waking people up out of their, what is it called? Like, it's really like when you're healing and you're going through something, it's really easy to like get introspective and self-focused. And I feel like your poetry, there's something about it that has a way of like making you look up and out and being like, oh, there's other things going on besides what's just going on in here. But at the same time, it's like full of, like I feel like your poetry challenges us to more, and it has a lot of hope and beauty and sort of like this pursuit of like an acknowledgement of the darker part of our humanity and a pursuit of something more, a pursuit of love, a pursuit of just something much more beautiful. And those are hard things to like reconcile the acknowledgement of darkness along with a pursuit of love. So thank you so much. And just to let everybody know, I believe I read that all of Kamand Kojouri's royalties from this book, she donates to, I think it's called Child Foundation. And she also, I think there is a tree planted with every copy sold. So, when you purchase this, it sounds like the royalties from this are going to do something really special. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me as we explored Kamand Kojouri's poetry. Best of luck, Kamand, in everything you do, and much success, my friend. Bye.